Today I come bearing cookies, and I promise you all this is not a sponsored video. In case there's anybody that's going to be in their feelings because of whatever Tammy is about to say, I don't like people getting in their feelings. I brought you cookies to calm your nerves. Alright, in case you haven't come across this face before, hi, my name is Tammy. I go by Tammy S on all my social media platforms. I do vlogs, I do lifestyle, and I do sit down videos like this once in a while to let you guys know my opinions on some certain things about life. Cause I'm actually old enough. I am almost 3 decades on this planet, so I think I have like a little bit to say on this issue. Before we go into the video, I've always noticed that whenever I ask you guys to subscribe to my channel in the beginning of the video, you guys do. So if you're new here, subscribe to my channel, please. I'm begging you, please. Now, thank you. I love you, best friend. I'm sure you guys must have an idea of what I'm about to say because of the title of the video. You guys saw a video of Akah and Claire in the past week. In case you did not see it, I'm going to try and get a link for the video and put it in my description box below so you guys can actually go see the video yourself and see what the guy had to say and everything. You might be like, oh, what's your problem? Why are you saying anything about this? What's your business with this? Blah, 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 blah. It's my business because I'm a mom of 2. I've gone through this breastfeeding saga twice, so I feel like I have like a little bit to say. First of all, I'm going to say my own experience on breastfeeding. So with my first child, I literally breastfed him for 15 months. Not because I wanted to, not because I'm a superwoman, not because I have too much supply. I breastfed my first child for 15 months because it was actually a very picky eater. It wasn't eating at that time. I was pitying him, like I felt for him, because I'm like, if I don't give this guy breast milk again, what is he going to eat? But at 15 months I got done, and I'm like, you know what, I am done. With my second child, I breastfed her for 13 months, not because I'm a superwoman again, but because I don't even know why. My agreement with my husband was, it wasn't even an agreement, I just said it, like randomly said, and I'm like, see guy, I am giving this one, the second child, breast milk for 6 months and I'm done. Like after 6 months I'm not doing it again because I cannot. Like, if in case you don't know, I had my kids almost back to back, like in the space of 2 years. That was when I had both of them, and I'm like, see, I'm not doing this anymore past 6 months. After 6 months, for whatever reasons, I don't know, I continue to breastfeed her. I don't know why, because my second child actually literally eats well, so I don't know why I continued after 6 months. I just made a decision on myself, like, you know what, I'm just going to breastfeed her. Before our first birthday, I will stop. First birthday came, my husband was like, after our first birthday, leave her, like stop breastfeeding her again. It didn't come like, you know what, this is a me and you thing. After our first birthday, we're not breastfeeding this child again, or we have to breastfeed this child until the first birthday. One thing I was really impressed about in that old video was the way Claire actually composed herself, the way she was calm about the whole situation, even if she was really agitated, the way she was trying to make her points clear, like, guy, this thing, if you're not going to listen to me, maybe you should breastfeed the baby. That's the same thing I'm going to say. But one thing I would not do before, but I think I have learned from that girl right now, is how to be calm in heated situation. Because that situation was actually a very heated one. But you guys, look at the way the girl literally stayed calm throughout the whole conversation, trying to express pain, trying to express like how she felt. Like, guy, it's not easy for me breastfeeding is not an easy task. It is not something I enjoy doing. In the whole baby processing, pregnancy, labor, breastfeeding, and after whatever, breastfeeding is what I detest more. I don't like it for no reason. Personally, after I breastfeed finish, once I'm done breastfeeding my kids, I start to have back pains for whatever reasons. I don't know why. After a couple of months, it flies away. With my daughter, it didn't even come with back pain. All of a sudden, I just started feeling like sharp pain in my legs. When I was going to check, it was due to breastfeeding again. Like, breastfeeding just comes with different wahala. So back to Akah and Claire. The thing I saw with Akah in that video was, guys, uncles, spouses, there's a way to make your wife do something. There's a way you're going to talk to your wife that even if she did not want to do that thing, even if that thing is not what she intended to do, she's going to do it. I'm going to use myself as an example. See, I'm a very strong-headed, don't let me use good, but close to. Guys, I don't listen to people. One thing about me is, if you ask me to do something and you're being forceful about it and you're trying to be like, you have to do this thing, uncle, I will do the opposite though. And I'm very sure a lot of women who are like me that don't like to be forced to do something, there's a lot of ways you can actually cajole your wife, talk to your wife on how to do something, especially when it comes to childbearing, breastfeeding, all those kind of things. With my spouse, when I told him that, okay, I was breastfeeding my daughter for 6 months, if he had said, no, we're doing 1 year, that girl will not take that breast milk past 2 weeks. So fine, she's my child and what was best for her. If he had used force, like, oh no, you have to breastfeed her for 12 years, so blah blah blah, you know what would get into my head at that point? Like, see, your duty is you are a tap, like that girl said in that video. So that is how I would feel. And because I'm feeling like that, it will affect my child. Like, you should know how to talk to your wife so that whatever decisions we end up making would not affect our children. I thought we were in 2021. Like, that video made me cringe on a whole lot of ways. Like, when it was like, oh, we're in this together, there is nobody that's going to feel the pain like the person that is feeling the pain. You are just there to tell me sorry. You can't say more than sorry. You don't know how the pain feels. You don't know what is squeezing and tightening and opening in my body. You don't know. The only thing you know is me grunting, me saying yeah, ooh, ooh. That's the only thing you know. You don't know anything. So when I'm trying to explain to you and tell you that, okay, this is what I think we should do, and even if you guys watched that video very well, the girl was trying to say like all the different measures she's been trying to take to make sure that our supply increases. This is somebody that's actually trying. So you're trying to put force, or you're trying to stress the issue or stress the matter and all those kind of things will just, I don't know for other people, but me, it will make me rebel. Like, don't even bother. And I'm sure a lot of ladies too don't like to be forced to do something, especially when it comes to breastfeeding. If you force a lady to do something and she's stressed mentally, the breast will not produce milk. When they were talking during the whole conversation, it's like, oh, when she was like, you're going to breastfeed, then you have to breastfeed her or something, then you have to feed her or something. He was like, that's very unfair to say, I'm the man of the house. Like, when are we literally going to stop this I'm the man of the house thingy? I'm the woman of the house too. Everything you can do, I literally can do everything you can do. You can provide for the family. I can equally provide for the family. But you know what you cannot do that I can do? I can make babies and you cannot. Oh, sorry. We can make babies. I can bring her, I can carry the baby in me. I can push out the baby. I can breastfeed the baby and you cannot. So there are ways you can actually bribe her with a gift. Become about it. Tell her nice things. Not you saying nobody has felt this pain with you like me. You didn't feel shit. You just know, you just saw me in pain. Okay, it would have been nobody has seen you in pain as much as I've seen you. Literally, that's what you're supposed to say. The last thing I like to say is, another thing is, I really commend both of them for having that kind of discussion, because this is the kind of discussions many families will not have, and they will just think that, okay, my spouse should know this. My friend was actually talking to me like a couple of hours before I filmed this video about a lady that she ate her spouse after they had their baby. One of the reasons for that is because maybe after the baby, whenever it gets into the house, it's going to be like, oh, how's the baby? Has she eaten? Has she done this? Has she done that? I'm a human being too. If there's anybody that's hurting more between me and the baby, at that moment, it's me. The baby is fine. I'm dying, but I'm literally giving my all to make that child be okay. And you will come back and be like, oh, how's the baby? Which is what everybody literally do. I remember when I had my 2 children, I can count on my palm the number of people that asked me, how are you? Everything is, how is the baby? Yeah, we understand the baby is new. You guys haven't seen the baby before and all of that. But if there's anybody that is hurting right there in that situation, it's the mom. The baby's going to be fine. Whether the mommy is dying or even at the point of death, she's going to make sure our baby's fine. I literally learned after I had my first child to literally check on my friends when they have their babies and be like, oh, how are you? Because it's how are you. And another thing is, guys, if you don't like something, if your spouse is doing something and you don't like it, guys, let us communicate. These guys don't know these things. They didn't grow up seeing their fathers do it to their mom. They didn't grow up seeing uncles do it to their aunties. They didn't grow up seeing anybody in their surroundings do it. So we thinking automatically they know these things is what is killing marriages, is what's killing relationships. That's why in our era we actually have loads of divorce cases, and it's because we don't communicate. We just expect them that, okay, Temi's husband is doing this, he should do that too. Who taught Temi's husband? You see the little ones, the few, the 1 over 500 million that know these things, that know what they're supposed to do in situations like that. When you see them, tell them well done, because nobody taught them. Unlike us, even if they didn't teach us how to be mothers, we literally saw our parents be mothers, so we kind of learnt it somehow how to be mothers. But you see these guys, nobody taught them how to be compassionate, nobody taught them how to be loving, nobody taught them how to care for their wives, because growing up, we all know our parents, just very little of them, very little had that compassion to their wives, like, oh sorry, how are you after childbirth, are you okay? We didn't see this, they didn't see this growing up. So this is a new thing for them, and I just want you guys to try. When you guys don't like something, when he's doing something you don't like, just let him know. It might literally change things, you know. As women too, we should know how to like kind of talk to our spouses about some things. Go and watch that video and learn from Claire, because I just learned some new things. We should not talk to our spouses about like some issues that are actually burning us that we don't like. If at that point you feel like, okay, this situation is too heated or something, or it's getting really, because you guys can escape in marriage. There's no how you guys are going to escape. There's no how you guys are not going to raise your voices at each other. It's not possible. It's going to happen. But when situations like that happen, according to what I heard them say in that video, the lady was like, okay, maybe we should talk about this some other time. Yes. When you guys are both calm, when you guys can actually go talk about it like sensible people, I think you guys should actually talk about it. I've seen a lot of marriages crash because, oh, he doesn't care about my feelings, he doesn't ask me if I'm okay, he doesn't ask me if I'm fine, which is literally what we want. That's what we want as ladies. Like, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you fine? Do you want me to help with the kids today? Okay, don't worry, go do your thing, I'll be with the kids. We want to hear that, those kind of words. Guys, I don't know why I'm talking like a marriage counselor or whatnot, but I'm literally just talking out of my experience. I hope you guys learned 1 or 2 things, and if you did not learn anything, you should saw my fine face. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on my next video. Did I forget to say this wasn't supposed to be a video for today? We actually had the whole vlog that we're supposed to show today, but that means you guys are getting an extra video this week. Alright guys, I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Bye. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share my channel with your friends and family, and I want to say a huge thank you for the love and support on my videos, a couple of videos now. You guys have literally been showing me so much support. I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I love you guys so much. Finally, Temi's channel is with seen. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye.